I gave my example. I want to wake up in the morning. And I said, tomorrow morning, I'm starting to run 6 o'clock. And I'm going to sleep in time. Tonight, 10 o'clock. I'm all set. In the morning, my alarm rings at 6 o'clock. And then I said, 10 minutes. Snooze. 10 minutes. Sometimes it actually really has happened to me many times. And, in my, now I stopped trying. But now I know why. It can snooze almost 2 hours. I will wake up at the time when I normally wake up. And in fact, I will even go beyond my regular time in that effort of waking up at 6 o'clock. I decided yesterday I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning. This is my mind. In my total awareness, without the influence of any drugs, I said this is really good for me. It's all successful people, all yogis, they all wake up in the morning. So it's really good thing for me. And I'm sleeping at 10 o'clock, so I have enough time now. 8 hours of my sleep is also covered. I'm again not able to wake up in the morning. When my mind decided to wake up, he knows all the great things about it. Then why in the morning something else inside stronger than my own mind is telling me, it's okay, leave it, do it tomorrow. It's fine actually. It's not that beneficial either. What are you going to do with the 6 o'clock? Sleep till 8. What success you're going to get, in 2 hours? He gives me all those ideas and they are super strong. I keep on struggling in my life for those small things and big things. But it doesn't let me change. I stay in the same pattern that keep on playing your regular games on your screen. Then there is something in me which is superseding the command of my own mind. So who is superior? When, let's say, in my house, I decide to do something, that move this computer and put it there. I was just gone. Sanjeev comes in, my elder brother comes in. And he says, who removed that computer? Put it back there. But now, whosoever removed that there, he knows that the younger brother said that put it there, but now the big boss is here. So we'll put it back. So why the person who putting back now computer, why he's listening to Sanjeev? Because Sanjeev is superseding my command there, right? So someone which is more stronger, superior in position, his command will be listened. So now, that one thing very sure, that in the morning, who is speaking is superior than mine, or more powerful than my mind who in the evening decided to wake up in the morning. Yes? Because with my active mind, I'm saying why I'm not able to change. Then I read a book. Actually, I read a book with the morning miracle. Nothing changing. Why? Because when I will do something which is taking too much of energy from me on a consistent level, or if I start to just keep on giving those commands, it will consume lots of energy from me. The energy wise, I will explain sooner. But here at this moment, understand that fact that you think you want it, but actually that's not true. I lack that understanding. My inner mind knows actually what I want. My outer mind do not know. My conscious mind is influenced by the external world, but my subconscious actually knows what is really true. I give you another example. I am a self-standing yoga teacher, independent yoga teacher. In Belgium, all who are independent have to do lots of paperwork every quarter. I have to do this and that. I love teaching here. I love talking to you guys. I love the breaks. I love to drive, everything. But anyone ask me that which area of your life or of your work you don't like, I say all is good, but this paperwork in Belgium or these making invoices, and I have this much of each quarter. I hate it. What I'm doing at this moment, I'm really telling you the truth. I hate it. Absolutely. Though it's changing now. The hate is a strong word, but to make you understand. But I still don't love it. What I'm doing now, I just said I hate it. And I again mentioned that actually, not hate, but I don't love it. Someone inside is listening to me. That I have heard Manoj at least 136 times in the past 2 years saying this, that he hates that. What is the job of my mind? To take care of me, to keep me alive. So the inner side, he says, okay, he can do anything, but I will not. I will do everything to keep him away from it. I'm always late. I just paid 500 euro fine because I'm late. Because they said, this time we are going to give it because each time you're late. Each time you say, don't do it, don't do it. I said, otherwise you will never stop. I said, but it's too much. It's reality. I'm not just making a story. This is reality. But I go there and I put the paper. I said, okay, let me first make a phone call. Then I will do it. Procrastination. Then, okay, not today. Let me first do my yoga practice. Then my head is very calm and then I will do it. I will do everything around. In fact, positive procrastination, that I will clean my terrace, I'll clean my neighbor's terrace, I will do everything, but I will not reach there. Who is not letting me go there? My own mind. Who is collecting that consistent data? Now I'm reading a book, How to Avoid Procrastination. Will that work? No. So if I do not understand the behavior of my mind, then will I able to change anything in my life? I'm not talking about positive thinking. I'm talking about really something which we must understand about our own self. Also now, how life-threatening it can be. Now I'm coming to that question. So you understand this drift in between my active mind and my inner mind. My conscious mind and my subconscious mind. Have you ever experienced, like in your school time or in a gathering, where suddenly your name comes on a stage, thousands of people, and the moment your name comes, your heartbeat like that happens, right? Or something like in a big group and someone is talking about a question and you want to say, yes, I was there, but you don't speak because you don't dare to speak at that moment and your heart is beating, right? You always wanted to be on that stage, but now your heart is beating. And that's why you will not go to that stage, because at this moment you are not prepared to handle that stage. If by any chance someone put you to that place, you will not be able to handle it. You will blast with that thing which is given to you before time. There is another easy way to understand it. I read one wise guy mentioned, the moment you are capable of something, you will get it. Whenever you are ready to receive, you will get it. What does that mean? Your system knows you very well, what you can handle and what you can't handle. And your system also knows that will you Prepare yourself to handle that or not. You will not get something which you cannot handle. Let's say lots of people want to earn lots of money. Who do not want to win a lotto in this room? We all want it. But study, read, check. There are lots of people, actually majority, a high percentage of people who won the lotto, they end up somewhere even worse in their life. They couldn't handle it. Suddenly 50 million. That money was gone, not only money was gone, everything was gone in pieces. Okay, lotto happened, maybe there is another story. I will come to lotto also. I will tell you how to win the lotto too. So this example, when your heart was beating that, oh, my name is called, and or this example where people are having something suddenly and they couldn't handle it. They finished. Lots of actors I know. I was myself an actor, was doing theater. And some I know who has the caliber to do it. They get that where they want it to be, but they don't go. They are escaping from there. Their underneath mind is making them run away. And some I know they got it, they couldn't handle it. They did maybe one movie, but they couldn't handle that fame. Now someone is in the drugs or in the alcohol or gone worse. That's how it can be life threatening. So it's your mind is not going to just take anything you say that I want to change from tomorrow this. He need consistent data that will you be able to handle it or not. Lots of things in our life we want, but we are not able to really look if I have it, then what? Then you will start to get the clear answer. Am I able to explain that how subconscious is saving me from a disaster in many times? Some bit idea? Are you able to understand also that why my outer mind is saying something and my inner mind is not letting me do it also? Because I'm telling my inner mind somewhere that don't do that. It comes in the habits line, and it also comes as in our future fortune, success, that line. It is my mind that I have to understand. That's why we say Aham Brahmasmi. I am the creator. I have the power. It's me who is going to decide how my life is going to be. So a clear view is needed. Thorough investigation is needed in what I want, what I need. We will use the techniques, we will use all the methods, we will understand how I'm going to send that email to my subconscious that is receiving this message and helping me execute what I want to do. Most of the time, my inner mind does not even know what I want. You know, in rough calculation, what I have studied is only a very little percentage of my mind I have access to. There are many different ways of looking at it. But let's say, just for understanding this subject without getting lost in the academic world, that 10 to 12, 13% of my mind I have access to. But that rest is also my potential. I don't know how to use it because I don't know how to tell him what I want. If I can tell him what I want, then if 10% is this intelligent, then imagine that the rest of the 80% which is there, 85% is there. How intelligent that is. He will let me go to the places, say those words, create those circumstances where I am feeling a smooth flow of my life. So in Yoga Nidra, we are not going to fight Fight is not going to change. That you've been doing. That book, Morning Miracle, didn't work for me. Waking up in the morning is not working for me. So now it's working for me. When I want to wake up, I wake up. But it didn't work for many years. My example of, I mentioned the drugs story, my addiction story. I know what I'm doing is going to lead me to a disaster, end of the day. I know it. People are trying to explain it again and again, the same thing I know already. They say, Manoj, you're going to lose everything. You're going to die. I know I'm going to die. But again, the time comes, that knowing, which is so clear in my active mind, has no power. There is something else which moves me. So this struggle, first of all, doesn't work. Or if it works, it has very less success rate. So we have to change that attitude. We will go smooth movement. And that's why we will take another attitude with Yoga Nidra also. Some people try to take the same attitude in Yoga Nidra also. That's why I said, no. Then it's basically, you're taking the same pill, now this is organic pill. So we are not going to fix the symptoms. We are going to go to the root of the disease. Also, it is quite safe if I stay in that same pattern. Because any change now will cost energy. But you're already on the verge of your maximum energy uses. Now when you will change a pattern without cultivating the background or to gain more energy, and you change the pattern now where you were on the maximum of your energy consumption, now change will be the last brick which will break the rope. So sometimes, even to save you, mind will continue in that same loop. That, okay, keep drinking, but you will not maybe 50 years, but you will still survive 40 years. Even that, if we go in the energy way, when we look at it, ultimately it has to keep you alive. So that way. So we have to understand the whole picture. Subconscious has a reason not to allow him. So we have to look at those reasons. So that why subconscious is not allowing him. Firstly, there is no sync between conscious mind and subconscious mind. That's number one. The message is not clear to subconscious what you want. So it's going on autopilot. So we need to give the message very clearly. And that's number one. That's why with this method that we are going to say now, change it. But subconscious is only going to take that once he says that, this time you're actually very clear. Okay, let me see what I can do. Then he will already start to adjust your energy usage also, energy consumption. So it goes parallelly, but that your subconscious is going to do. Though the change will happen when you are communicating it in a very clear and strong way. This is where the Sankalpa comes in. This is where Yoga Nidra comes in. It will restore your system. It will save your energy. At the same time, it will create a sync between your conscious and subconscious. Because conscious mind is saying this and conscious mind is saying this, subconscious mind is saying this. So it's like one is saying yes, one is saying no. One say go this side, one say this side. You're even losing lots of energy. Because it's like two of my arms, my own self, there are two personalities. One want to achieve it, one don't want to achieve it. So it's drifting me apart. I'm losing even more energy. Now subconscious say, okay, even if I understand a bit, I already have the maximum of energy consumed at this moment. I am not going to allow you to change. So Yoga Nidra is going to also help us creating that sync. So at least that energy is saved. Then now subconscious is going to start thinking that, okay, let me consider your application. So there is a deeper understanding behind it and it goes easy. There is no where that if we put it together in a nicer way, no drugs or no alcohol or no habit is too difficult to break. I can briefly tell you about myself. I told you my story of Rajasthan. I grew up in that area. The life was super boring, but okay, in that boredom, I'm looking at the stars and seeing what is life. And there is a loudspeaker in my ear every morning, which is giving me all the spiritual things. Uh, People who are coming in my house and out were really amazing, great people. I don't know how in that small town and small house, all those great people passed. My family is all yoga teachers, but when I grew almost 20 or something, then I went out of the town and suddenly life was not that boring anymore. And also, I tried to follow a study path, which actually my head was not into it. And so I did my level best, but I didn't succeed. Then I said, okay, whatever. So I started to do everything else but not study. And then somehow, unfortunately, I came in the group where later I learned that they systematically started to bring me into drugs. And there was a even time when, because I was low confidence, I was like, I couldn't say no to anything. And on top of that, this was very difficult. But one day they grabbed me and they give me some drugs. Then they said sorry and all that. But then by then I was hooked, basically. I reached in the drugs to the level of the needles. Life was, means, I don't know anyone in that circle who actually came out of it. So it went really bad. Bad to the level where I had to steal things. I had no orientation where I am, what am I doing sometimes. My confidence is going further down. And even to do just a normal job, I need something that gives me the confidence. So I need my fix. I know my family is really great. I have lots of potential, and I'm losing everything. But one thing kept me, that childhood yoga nidra, which was there, and even these drugs time when I was taking drugs. Somehow, this was the only thing which I could do. I continued to do yoga nidra every day. Even after my fix, it was even more amazing. But that was my illusion. But I could do this thing. I will do my prayers. I will do continue doing whatever. But I will do yoga nidra. That I'm doing now almost 30 years of my life. And I will do the sankalpa. I will play with my own self. By then, I also came in touch with my guru. And at that time, not really the guru in front of me, but the tape of my guru, and always a desire to get rid of this thing. I was not finding even my sankalpa. No one dared to tell me what sankalpa I should do. But one clarity after so many years of suffering I had, that one thing I know, that, this fame, success, happiness, and all that is not one thing. If I can just get rid of this drugs, then rest everything will be later. Nothing else. I reached to that point of clarity in sankalpa. Of course, the my circumstances were also good in a way that I found not much support but little support, because by now there was a lots of environment where there was a lots of disbelief in me, because I go in a house and everyone knows now that he is into drugs. He don't leave him alone in the house. He's going to pick up something to sell. So then one day, I think it was, I am not saying that it's only Yoga Nidra which did it for me, because I have no way to prove it, to conclude it that way. So I will not say it that way. But one day I just picked up my car. So after 2-3 years of that, I picked up my car, I drove myself to a psychiatric hospital. I went to the doctor, I talked to him, I said, this is what it is. I think I can handle it. If you just detoxify me, that, that extreme um withdrawal symptom which I would now have, that just if you can just take care of that, I think I'm ready to kick this off. So I just drove myself. They put me in the psychiatry, and only my younger sister knew that time, Poonam, who is in Zurich now. And so, very first day, of course, the basic drugs they will give you. I had tremors and things like that. Second day, I was already feeling okay. Again, with the periods, I will have that. That means the craving was there, but the tremors were going away. The third day, I felt like actually I can start to feel my skin a bit. And the sleep was not good. I mean, whenever I will just sleep without my drug, I will feel like my head is like a stone, that kind of thing. But somehow I said that the need of my body, which is the drug has created, I'm off that one. Now I can handle. So the third day I went to him. I said, I want to go out. I think I will be fine now. He says, every drug addict says that. We cannot let you go out. I said, look, this is a different case with me. No one brought me in. I brought myself in. I booked myself in, right? So somehow convinced them, because drug addicts and the alcoholics, they are amazingly intelligent to get what they want to. So third day I left from there, and I have the clear view. So that was my last day of taking the drugs. That was the end of it. And I got later, after many years, I got surprised. How come? Never again. I didn't even think of it. I never missed it. Never again. Though now I had another problem after that. So drugs, I was off completely. I think I was building up with Yoga Nidra. But now I had alcohol. When I tell it, I feel very emotional about it. Means it's not something which drags me or a bad memory kind of thing, but those were the lost years basically. And so alcohol was was quite welcomed. My family, friends were quite happy with that. That okay, alcohol is okay. When it comes to needles and alcohol, then alcohol is fine. Needles are like okay towards the end of it. And that was like, I was also like, okay, fine. Only in the evening I will drink. I'll wait for the evening to during the day I will do the normal. I was actually quite started to recover. Though I did quite many things in detail, lots of other stuff. But one thing I was very clear in that. If I had to adopt a method where I have to struggle continuously that no, I will not drink, yes, I will drink, no, I will not drink. I said that I'm not going to do. There must be a method. There must be a method that the struggle with the habits has to go away. If I don't drink, then I don't drink. But imagine that I am on a method where every day, like a sword hanging on my head, that I will relapse. I said, I'm not going to take any which does not give me a promise of changing it completely. Not changing, transforming. And that attitude, I think I uh, can say today, that give me also understanding of the whole life. And this is a method. To change doesn't happen, transformation can happen. Why I used to see why she or he is not hooked to a component, something in the life. Why can't I be happy as they are? They are not even thinking of it. And I'm continuously thinking since morning. Then no. Today, at least not today. Today. It's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I say, okay, just today. Then you're moving already towards the bar. Every day like that. You wake up, you have hangover, you have a guilt. And I discovered this is not about the drugs and the alcohol. We all have our drugs somewhere or the other. We have to just understand how we really cultivate it and how we can really change it. So we can change every bit, and everyone can change it. If willpower doesn't work, that I have a willpower, that's why I change it. No, I think that's stupid to think like that. I had no willpower. Willpower doesn't work. It cannot work that way. So uh, these understandings can really change. And now I'm actually, in a way, I'm very happy that I went through that time of my life, mix of that life. I feel I will not understand the spectrum, full spectrum of my life if I will not do that. I will not be yoga teacher, I guarantee you. If I will not do that, by now I will be a rich guy somewhere and who don't care about anything and treating himself with the lifestyle diseases, the kind of person I was. And I'm very happy that I went through that at this moment I can say about myself that I live my life fully. Whatever degree, whatever components I have of my life, I'm absolutely satisfied. If I have to die tomorrow, I have no regrets. And if someone asks me, or the God says that would you like to change that episode in your life, I don't want to change it. I will again go through that. So we can create that understanding to lots of people. We can independently take that case. We can help them. They need support, of course, in the beginning. And when we are telling them the whole understanding how this works, they will walk with you and they will change. We think it, because when it comes to the addictions of drugs and alcohol or other substances, then it's like that. We do have, every one of us have one or the other kind of addiction. It's easy to tell someone to stop something. We have our own patterns. We don't change. We we say, yeah, but this is not like that. Your problem is more like that. He just found his component which gave him relief. You have your component which gives you relief. You have your addictions to this or that. In maybe they don't look like that on a when we look from a wider from a distance, but they are like that. So that understanding, it's not with the words, but that understanding, when we are moving into these things in a regular practice, you will start to understand it. I promise you that. Stick to this practice for yourself. Teaching and all that is another thing. But this Yoga Nidra gives you the key to understand how this world works, how my mind works, how the universe works. And its chapters keep on opening bit by bit. It looks slower in the beginning, but then you start to see it.